The following program is a production of HEW Entertainment, heard on the official website of HEW Entertainment. It's that time once again for HEW Entertainment Radio.
And that's all I got to say about that.
Hosted by Jonathan Clarke.
To be the man, you gotta be the man. Whoa!
Be sure to join us in the live chat room during the show.
Hulkamania is running wild like it's never ran before.
Call us on one of our request lines. If you live in the United States, call us at 1-641-985-7800, box number 3729280. If you're from Canada and would like to call us from 1-647-724-4194, box number 3729280. Long distance charges may apply in some areas.
I've been the world heavyweight champion 10 times.
Or you can always drop us a line at MySpace, myspace.com/HEW Entertainment.
And you will rest in peace.
Emailing us works for you too. Email us hewwrestling@hotmail.com.
I am a wrestling god. JBL.
And now, without any further ado, here is your host of HEW Entertainment Radio on the official website of HEW Entertainment, Jonathan Clarke.
The champ is here!
You do realize this camp was closed down like 20 years ago. Some woman, she went fucking nuts, killed all these counselors, blamed them for her son's drowning. He was like deformed or retarded or something. Mom got hers. Apparently there was one survivor. This girl, she cut that lady's head off with a machete. It gets weirder.
Sure it does.
Her son, Jason, he came back. He was actually there. He watched his mom being beheaded. Actually, a friend of mine, he went to camp around here. He went to camp around here. He said the cops came, they were looking for that Jason guy.
I know what you're thinking. I'm that guy. I'm the friend who killed Jason Voorhees. Well, not really. Alright, everybody knows there are some things you just shouldn't do around a campfire. One of them is tell scary stories and frighten everyone to death.
You fuck with me right now? Got business I gotta do this weekend.
What business?
Music. Trying to start a label.
Oh yeah? Like what kind? Like rap?
Why you gotta go racial? Look, don't put me in a box, alright? What? Because I'm black I can't listen to Green Day?
You might be able to listen to Green Day, but nobody said anything about listening to HEW Entertainment Variety Radio. It's hosted by Jonathan Clarke, and it's found on the official website of HEW Entertainment. If you ask me, that sounds like a plan. Listen, if you dare.
Clarke.
Here for HEW Entertainment Variety Radio, I'm Jonathan Clarke. Thank you so much for checking out the program in the official radio form on the official website of HEW Entertainment. So I find myself checking out TNA for the first time in several months just a few nights ago, and I noticed the extensive amount of WWE talent that TNA has brought in recently. Some of those names include Rob Van Dam, Mickie James, Matt Hardy, and Johnny Lauer, of course better known as Chyna, in her days during the WWE Attitude Era. And I think to myself, TNA Wrestling's roster has really been filled up as of late with WWE talent. Not just 2 or 3 names, but an extensive amount of WWE talent. So obviously, the TNA bookers and the TNA agents are finally doing something right. And I think that they're being put on a level right now where they're able to compete with WWE. I know it was in a bit of speculation as to whether or not TNA could go head-to-head with WWE on Monday nights, but now when I compare the two rosters and see the majority of WWE's talent heading down to TNA to make something of themselves, more so than we had seen in previous years. TNA had been around in the last 9 years. In 2005, 2006, we would see the occasional WWE name make the jump to TNA Wrestling to make something of themselves, but an extensive amount of WWE talent are now jumping ship to TNA Wrestling and having something done with their careers. 2 of the names that stand out to me are Mickie James and Matt Hardy and the utilization of their characters in TNA Wrestling. While you have Sting as the TNA Heavyweight Champion currently right now around the time this audio commentary is recorded, you have Mickie James there as the TNA Knockouts Champion, and you have Matt Hardy being booked in programs with substantial opponents. The last time we saw Matt Hardy on WWE television was when he was a part of the Friday Night SmackDown brand, and when he left WWE because of some unprofessionality on his part. The only glimpse of Matt Hardy we will get were from his YouTube channel and the YouTube videos he used to post, which were receiving amazing reviews on ProWrestling.com. So, I'm really happy for Matt Hardy because he's down there in TNA Wrestling and he's actually doing something, considering the last time we saw him on Friday Night SmackDown, he was being booked in a program with Drew McIntyre and helping WWE get over Drew McIntyre as the chosen one, and this was around the time that Drew McIntyre was the Intercontinental Champion. He was either the Intercontinental Champion or he was a contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and I was saying to myself, Matt Hardy isn't really having a whole lot done with his character. Maybe he's better off down there in TNA Wrestling with Jeff Hardy. Around the time that Matt Hardy was involved with WWE, Jeff Hardy was the TNA Champion before Sting made his shocking return, and took advantage of his return, taking everybody off guard, and captured the TNA title for the first time in several months over Jeff Hardy. So I was thinking to myself, maybe a Hardy Boys reunion down there in TNA would do Matt Hardy a world of good. But they're not booking Matt Hardy in programs with Jeff Hardy, which I'm enjoying. I think that, keeping him away from Jeff Hardy for the first several months that he's there allows the TNA audience to be introduced to Matt Hardy in a way that they haven't been introduced to Matt Hardy before. It seems like he's always booked in programs over the last 2 or 3 years with Jeff Hardy, so it's nice to see him being booked against people and keeping him away from Jeff Hardy. I'm really enjoying what they're doing with Matt Hardy right now. I'm really happy to know that he's still being booked both on the independent level and in TNA Wrestling, and I'm enjoying seeing him do some tag team work with the Wildcat Chris Harris, a guy who I cannot put over enough. I had the privilege to interview Chris Harris on a radio program several years ago and ask him a couple of questions about his TNA career, and seeing him working against Matt Hardy